I'm 100% sure that at least once in your life you have faced this situation where Meta is spending most of your budget into the worst performing ad. And so what you see is that most of the budget goes to the ad with the lowest return on ad spend in the entire campaign or ad set. And right now you're probably asking yourself, oh, what should I do? Should I keep it on? Should I turn it off? And in this video, I want to show you exactly what to do. And I'm going to also show you some proof and show you exactly what happened when we turn off this kind of ads in one of our clients. And spoiler, the ROAS improved. Let me now jump on my screen so I can show you some results first and then the actual case studies. Meta is spending most of your budget on your worst performing ads. So what you should do? You should stop them, or you should keep them on because some gurus told you that if you turn them off, the overall ROAS of the account will go down. And so rather than actually telling you what to do, I'm gonna actually show you directly. Now, this is the actual wrong belief that I see nowadays. A lot of people say never turn off ads that are getting most of the spend, even if ROAS is lower compared to other ads within that single ad set or campaign. Otherwise, the entire campaign performance will decrease. And people say that, you know, that's like the reason why this actually happened. Could be very reason is because Meta is actually distributing the ads toward top of funnel. And if you don't have enough top of funnel audience, then also the other ads will actually not work, and so the overall ROAS decreases, or because the main ads is the one that actually like the ads that is spending most of the budget is the ads that has the highest probability of being scaled, like the actual volume, so the actual audience, so the actual scalability is of the ad is much higher. And yeah, this is basically like one of the main reason, and I'm actually agree with this because when you do Meta ads and you pick the actual bidding, you choose to bid most likely by lowest cost and highest volume. What does it mean? The Meta is going to spend most of the budget to the ad creatives with the lowest cost per purchase, but also with the highest volume. And so Meta will basically find the balance, and sometimes Meta will spend the budget on the ad with the highest volume, so the highest capability to scale, rather than the lowest cost. So Meta will actually find the balance. And so you might asking yourself, turning off ads that are spending most of the budget are lower ROAS, is it wrong? The thing is, let me explain, okay? So first thing first, look at this screenshot here, this screen recording actually. 29th of September till 6th of August. These three ads here, especially the first one, was getting a 0.72 return ad spend. And here the overall return on spend of the account was 1.57, okay? Now, as you can see, on the 6th of October, these ads here, they still are highlighted, as you can see here, it was off. We basically turned it off on that day. And then, look already at the return on spend. We are at 2.50 on that day, okay? And this is what happened after, from the 6th to the 8th, 2.91 overall return on spend. So what happened is that before we were 1.57, and now we're at 2.91 return on spend. So by turning off the ads that was getting most of the spend at a lower ROAS, improved overall the ROAS of the account, of the campaign. Now, what you're thinking probably is like, but it's only 2 days after. What happened after 1 week of making this change, like of turning off this ad, or even more than 1 week? You're probably thinking, right? So, look at this below. Now, here. This is 1st of August until 28th of August. And this campaign here, with the same number of ads, as you can see, the number of ads will not change. So during this period, let me zoom out a little bit. So during this period, there was this ad here that now is off. They spent most of the budget, as you can see, right? With a 1.22 return on ad spend. And the overall return on ad spend of the account was 3.84. Now look exactly what happened. This is August, right? Then on the 29th, this ad was turned off. As you can see, it's zero spent. On this date, after this date, what happened 1 month after? Without changing anything, still see 19 creatives before and 19 creatives, 19 ads after. Nothing changed in terms of ads. Nothing literally changed in the campaign. We just turned off the ad. And as you can see, the ROAS went up to 4.26. Let me show you again. This is August. The ad was off on the 29th, was turned off. Okay, as you can see there. And then from the 30th of August, so the day after, until end of September, so 1 month later, the ROAS went up and we didn't change the ads. So basically what happened is that before it was the campaign 1 month spent 800 and the ROAS was 3.84. After, so the month after, we spent 994, so we even spent more, and the ROAS was 4.26. So by turning off that ad that was getting most of the spend, we improved the overall return on ad spend. Now, in both scenarios, turning off these bad performing ads basically led to better return on the ad spend. And so this is basically you right now. You might be thinking, so what the hell should I do? Should I turn off ads or not? Or like what? I just saw another YouTube video of someone else telling me that I should not turn off, otherwise ROAS will decrease even more. And that's actually a problem, because you, like, first thing first, you need to make sure that when you watch things online, you need to see if they actually show you the proof and the actual case study, like, I did this. So instead of telling you, they show you, okay? And with this video, basically, I just want to clarify once for all this concept, just to make sure that you never make mistakes ever again. This is the situation. The answer to this question, should I turn off bad performing ads that gets most of the spend with lower ROAS, is, as always, the most hated answer, which is depends. Cool. So the following rules that I'm going to show you right now are not strict rules, unfortunately, because each account and situation is different, and each brand and KPIs are different. So you should be able to analyze the situation to understand what to do based on the situation, also based on creative volumes, creative types, strategy, and so on. In this screenshot here, the goal of this brand was to get a 4x ROAS, and so we actually matched the goal by turning off the ad. Okay. Now let me go back here. When to turn off and when to keep on. The situation is quite simple. Let's think about this situation here. Ads get most of the spend. The ROAS of the ad is lower compared to your third or fourth top spending ad. Okay? If the ROAS is more than 30% lower than the campaign average, turn off. Unless the frequency is more than 30% lower compared to the average. I will show an example, no worries. You might be confused, but no worries, I'm gonna show an example. And then, when you keep on, same situation, you have an ads that is getting most of the spend, with the lowest ROAS probably, compared to your third and fourth top spender. If the ROAS is less than 30% lower than the campaign average, then you keep it on. Unless the frequency is more than 30% higher compared to the average. Let's go to the examples. It's gonna be much easier to understand with the example. Let's think about this situation here, okay? You have ad number 1, spend 300 with a ROAS 1.3, frequency 1.5. Ad number 2 that spend 300 with a ROAS of 2.5 and a frequency of 1.6. Then you have ad number 3 that spend 300 with a ROAS of 3x and a frequency of 1.8. Why put the frequency? Because if you don't know yet, when the frequency is higher, it means that the ad is targeting the middle and bottom of funnel when it's above 2. When it's less than 2, around 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, it means that it's targeting most likely the top of funnel. And this is very important because if you turn off an ad that is targeting top of funnel, and all the other ads are targeting middle and bottom funnel, when you turn off the ad, the performance will be very bad after, yes. Because all the other ads are targeting middle and bottom funnel. So in that situation, you don't have to do it. That's why the frequency is a variable here, okay? So, based on this number here, the ROAS average of this situation here is a 2.09x, and the frequency average is 1.61x, without the x, 1.69. The ad 1 ROAS, this one here, 1.3x, is getting a 37.8% lower ROAS compared to the account average. And the ad 1 frequency, which is 1.5, is 6.5% lower compared to the average. So in this case, this situation here are not met. And so you turn off the ad. Let's now imagine this situation here, where you have 3 ads again. same spending, the only thing that is changing right now is the return on ad spend. So you have a 1.9x. What to do? So calculate again the numbers. ROAS average is 2.36, frequency average is 1.61. The ad 1 ROAS, this one here, is now 19.5% lower compared to the average, not more than 30%. So in this case, you want to keep the ad on. Also, the frequency is 6.25 lower compared to the average. So it's okay because it's within the standard. Okay? And this is basically how you should do it. Now, again, try not to copy exactly this. This is our rule that we use in most cases, but in some situations we need to adapt this concept and this strategy to other clients and, based on the situation, the target KPIs and so on. So make sure to adapt this situation to your own brand. Otherwise, you might see some very bad results. If you have any question, as usual, leave a comment and I'll try to do my best to answer everyone. Remember also to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.